I've been outspoken for a while now, and I used to be super anti chemtrail. If you don't know what a chemtrail is, a chemtrail is a line of smoke or dust or particles that are intentionally sprayed behind jets and aircraft we don't even recognize. We don't even know what these aircraft are that are being flown over our skies in the United States of America and flown over other skies in other countries who are all a part of this anti-global warming climate change accord. There's actually a agreement that was adopted for this purpose, and it's global. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I looked it up before. It is a global operation of chemtrails. I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's almost everywhere. And I don't remember chemtrails being in the sky all my life. The chemtrails I began seeing back in 2016 around Memphis, Tennessee, or around South Haven and Horn Lake, Mississippi. South Haven and Horn Lake, Mississippi are right next to Memphis. It's a tri-state area. So I would see these chemtrails, and other folks would see these chemtrails, and it became a huge topic. And the government wasn't talking about it, and the government still isn't talking about it. So it's one of those topics that the people know about, one of those topics that we know about, that we talk about, that we have a lot of questions about, that the government won't answer. And so there were these questions about how harmful chemtrails are, because there were metals discovered in these chemtrails that are not safe to be inhaling, or safe to be consuming, or safe to be digesting. Not that we would eat these chemtrails, only that if the chemtrails are being sprayed in the sky, and if we can see these chemtrails floating in the sky, and if we can imagine these chemtrails being sprayed on the ground and the soil, then we can imagine some kind of impact from these chemtrails that can't be too positive, especially on the soil, based on what I've heard, based on research. Now, I don't know if this is official research, but this is from researchers and intelligent people who've seen the effects and who have measured the effects. So it's not good for the soil, and it's not good for the body, because these aren't chemicals the body should be absorbing in the first place. So I was super anti-chemtrail for a while, and we all wonder what the chemtrails were for, and I began developing these theories. One theory is chemtrails are being sprayed in the sky to form some kind of house, not quite a greenhouse, but to form some kind of house or barrier using metals that you can manipulate with technology. That's just one theory I had in mind based on what I've seen. So you can manipulate metals that are loose and very lightweight that float in the sky, and these metals just stay floating in the sky unless these metals eventually hit the ground. And these metals are sprayed every single day in the sky. You would think the supply would run out. At least that's what I would think. But apparently these metals have enough supply to be sprayed in the sky every single day, so it's an operation. that's being fueled or funded every single day. And these metals in the sky have the ability to manipulate something we don't know much about. So again, I was super anti-chemtrail until the script got deeper. And that's where I'll begin the next video.